Are we on? Yep. All right. Happy Friday, everybody. I am live and direct from our refinishing project that came out over here to check everything out, see how it was doing, help the guys out a little bit. And we're at lunch time right now, waiting for some of the things to dry. While I do that, I wanted to bring up logistics and design, and I want to just touch some of those topics. And is it necessary? Is it important? What is logistics? What kind of design do you need for the different size jobs that you may be interested in doing in your home? But before I forget, if you have any questions, comments outside of this live video feed, you can always feel free to reach me. Either you can comment on the video, you can also reach me through text message, email, you can always call, or you can go on our website, www.canopyunlimited.com, facebook.com, instagram.com/canopyunlimited. So logistics and design, it's a question that always comes up when we're giving estimates or going to homeowners and taking a look at their projects. Why is it important, and why is it even necessary? So absolutely it is necessary. One of the things that we stress with homeowners often is that it is not a good idea, no matter if you're ready to start, no matter if you have all the ideas in your head ready to go, why is it not a good idea to start your project immediately? We often give a 3-week buffer, regardless of the size of the project, because there's so many intricate details that need to get covered prior to us even starting. A good example is bathrooms, bathrooms and kitchens in general. You can have your tile, the way that your tile is stacked, the size of the grout line, the color of the grout, niches, heights of shower glass doors, repositioning of plumbing if you're rearranging your bathroom, things of that nature. All of those things need to be covered prior to the start of a project in order for you to have the least amount of downtime in your home. It's not beneficial for you as a homeowner to have a demolished kitchen, for example, because obviously you have to continue living in the home, and you want to get back to normal, and you want to get back to enjoying your house. So if you can work out all of those details prior to the start of the job, that is the ideal situation. So that's where logistics comes into play. We help out with a lot of the logistics. My wife Inez, she is the estimator, the designer. She helps with client communication. She will go out with our homeowners, either to their preferred supplier for tile or countertops. We have local suppliers and preferred vendors that we work with as well, and we'll set up appointments. Oftentimes it's as simple as going to Floor and Decor, for example, and picking out your tile, picking out the color of your grout, what kind of finishes you want. It can be there's a lot of gold and brass that's coming back in as far as selection and style. You may want to coordinate with the rest of your house, so you may want to stay with, for example, a brushed nickel finish for your fixtures and your new pendant lights and things of that nature. So we try to stress to take a breather once you've selected a contractor that you're comfortable with. Sit down with your contractor, talk to him about some of the ideas that you want your project to look like. Photos are always good. Pinterest is always good. Just Google different styles that you envision your project to look like. Share that with your contractor, and then try to get as much of the logistics done before the project started. A good example of why that's important is tile, wood-looking tile, for example. That's very popular right now, and a lot of people, if you go with your, like a light hickory or a gray distressed type of tile, you go out, you pick it, you like it, and if you fail to do the material purchasing ahead of time and you just do it at the when it's ready, there may be enough in stock where you're buying it. But what ends up happening is like, let's say for example, you go to Floor and Decor and you buy and you select a particular type of tile. Well, then what happens is if you don't pick it all at once, or you don't speak with the people there, they may bundle your entire order, and they may grab it from different stores. Well, what you may fail to realize, and oftentimes even the people that work there, is that there are these die packs that are printed on the boxes, and basically these are the batches of tile that are manufactured. So every so often, the manufacturers of tile, they will have to clean out their machines, or because often these are just printed on the porcelain, or dyed onto the porcelain. So after a whole set or a whole batch is done, they'll clean it, they'll redo it, they'll re-dye it, and it won't match exactly to the previous batch. So if you look carefully on the on tile boxes, you'll have a dye pack or a dye color on it. So by failing to purchase all your materials at once from a single dye pack, and stores may be scrambling to fulfill your order, and they'll grab one, let's say one pallet from one store and a couple pallet from another store and another pallet from another store. They'll combine all of those, and then they'll deliver it. And then when your tile installer or your floor installer goes in and installs it, then all of a sudden you have a whole bunch of mismatched and very obvious colors in your tile, even though it's the same exact tile, same exact brand and everything. So that is a perfect example of why you should always take your time and get all of your logistics and your design done way ahead of time before you even start your project. What's up, Mauro? How you doing, man? So that's one aspect. A second aspect is the design. It's not as easy as just throwing things together. What you may have in your mind might be completely different from what your contractor or what we have in mind. Something as simple as, and this happens often, where your door hardware should go. Or even the selection of your door hardware if you're refinishing or you're doing new cabinets. You can set, depending on the type of hardware that you have, it can be centered with the bottom rail, it can be centered with the top of the bottom rail. You might have handles on top, doorknobs on doors. There's a whole different, there's just a lot of different ways to install door hardware. And if you don't get that done ahead of time, it might slow down your process. It might delay installation of drawer fronts. Oftentimes, drawer fronts are attached to the actual drawer by the hardware themselves. So those are all small details that it helps your project go as smoothly as possible. If you need help with the project that you're doing, if you'd like some more information on how we can help you with some of these logistics and design, we don't charge for any estimates. We're more than happy to go out, take a look at your project, take a look at your different design ideas, and get your project, get your dream project started. So give us a call, 832-574-7290. That's my cell phone number. I put that on all of my vehicles, all my branding. You could always reach me directly. You can also shoot us an email, info@canopyunlimited.com, or you can reach us through social media or our website. So hope you guys have a great weekend, a good Friday, and I will catch you guys next week. Take it easy.